everyone, I welcome you back to this channel Technical Drawing Masterclass. Today we are going to look at still isometric projection, but then we are going to see how we can use this third angle orthographic projection views to come up with an isometric block. So let's get started. First, I'll draw a baseline any length. So I'll draw a line of 100 millimeters, but then at an angle of 30. So I'll raise another line perpendicular but of length 80, which is a total of 20 and 60. So still I'll draw another line of length 100, but then this line should be at an angle of 210, which is 180 plus 30. So I'll connect it up to there. Then I'll draw another line length 100 at an angle of 150. Then I'll raise another line perpendicular but of length of 80. And I'll connect it that point. Okay. So now we are going to first draw this square base, which is of height 20 millimeters. So I'll click at the line command. I come at this point, which is our point of view. I feed in 20, press enter. I'll draw a line in this direction, but then of length 100 at an angle of 30. And also I'll draw a line in this direction of length 100, but then at an angle of 150. And also draw another line in this direction, length 100, but then at an angle of 110. Then the rest, this other line that is the last one, I'll just connect it to this other line. Then next, I'm going to locate the position of this cylinder, which is having also a cylindrical hole that goes through this object from the top up to the bottom. So you find that the outer surface of the cylinder is offsetted 20 millimeters off the edge of the square base. So I'll put in 20 at an angle of 30. Make it 100. An angle of 150. So 20. So make it to be of length 100 at an angle of 150. So also I'll draw another line, length 20, but then it should be at an angle of 150. And I want it to be in this direction, so it should be of length 100, but then at an angle of 30. So I'll do the same thing this side. So now I'll do the same thing at this point here. So this line is at a length of 20, but it should be at an angle of 330. So I'll draw it in this direction. So it should be at a distance of 100, but then at an angle of 30. So after you drawing these lines, you need to trim them. So next, I'll join those midpoints. This square that I've just drawn. The main purpose of this square is it's where we are going to draw the circular base of this cylinder. So first we shall first draw an isometric circle right here. So I'll trim off that part of the circle, loosen that one. Now delete this one. Now trim off that part, also this part. Now delete off that one. So you find that this is an isometric circle. So remember, we want to raise this cylinder from this level up to that level. So I'm going to copy whatever I've drawn here up to the top surface of this isometric box. So I'll highlight these ones. And then I'll click at the copy command. Then I'll raise it at a distance of 60. Press escape. Then after, I'll click at the line command at that point, which is the midpoint. I'll stretch my cursor down until I meet the midpoint of the bottom isometric circle. Then I'll do the same thing this side. Then after, I'm going to remove these inner lines that I've drawn, come up with this isometric circles, the top and the bottom. So I'll highlight each and everything. And I press delete on my keyboard. Then now I want to draw a circular hollow that goes through this object from top to bottom. It takes on the shape of the cylinder because it is circular. So right now, you find that the distance between this surface and this surface is 10 millimeters. So now I'll activate my ortho mode. Then I'll click at that corner and I draw a line of length 10, but then it should be at an angle of 330. Then I'm going to draw another line in this direction, but then it should be of length 60, an angle of 30. Then here it should be of length 10 at an angle of 150. Then I want to draw another line in this direction, length 60 at an angle of 30. And this should be 10, an angle of 30. So I'm going to draw another line in this direction, but then at an angle of 330. So that line should be of length 60, an angle of 330. So this one is of length 10, but at an angle of 210. So after, trim off these ones. Then join this midpoint, that midpoint. Now join this point, that point, and that point. Then I'll join this point, that point. Then I'll join this point, that point. So after, I'll activate my color tracking. Then I'll draw that circle. Then I'll trim off that part of the circle. Just delete this one. Then at this point, I'll draw that circle. Then I'll trim off this other part of the circle. I highlight that portion, I delete it. Then from this point, I'll draw that circle. I delete that part, also that part. I highlight that portion, delete it. So you find that we have come up with another isometric circle, which represents this hole that go through this object from top up to bottom. So right now, I'm going to copy this isometric circle to the base of this isometric box. So I'll highlight everything. Now copy it at a distance of 80. So you find that this isometric circle is at the base, this isometric box. So after, I'll delete those lines. Then I'll join that midpoint. And I'll do the same thing this side. So I'll delete these squares because we no longer need them. Then also I'll trim off these ones because right now we no longer need them. And this one won't be seen. So now after, remember that when you're standing at this point here, there are some parts of this isometric object that you won't be seeing. So now like this inner surface of the hole will be indicated as hidden because we won't be seeing it. So I'll highlight it, all of it. Then I'll activate my layer for hidden. I'll make them even dotted. So also this other portion will be so dotted and hidden. So part of this circular surface will be hidden and part will be seen. So I'll first have to break it at a point which is this one. So I'll use this command, break at a point. So I'll click at this point, I'll break it. So when I click on it, you find that half of it will be highlighted. That means it has been broken. So this one, I'll make it hidden. So I'll do the same thing this side. Yeah, I think that is it. So now what we have left with is to indicate the dimensions. So I'll activate my layer for dimensions. So here is 20. But then I want to align this dimension with the alignment of the isometric block. So to do that, I'll click on annotate. Then I click at the arrow besides dimensions. I choose this command oblique. Then I'll click at the dimension. Then I press enter. AutoCAD will require me to feed in the angle at which this dimension should be placed. So I'll put in 30. So that's how it should be. And also this one is 100. Then I don't want it to be like this, so I'll do the same thing as the other time. I press enter. This time I'll put in 150. So remember, this cylinder is offsetted 20 millimeters off from the edge of the square base, so we should also indicate it. Then should make it oblique. Press enter. So that's cool. Then also I want to indicate the angle at which this isometric block is tilted from the horizontal. So to do that, I'll click at the arrow next to linear. Then I choose angular. So AutoCAD will tell me to select arch, circle, or line or specify vertex. So I'll click at that line and I'll also click at the horizontal line. So AutoCAD will automatically give me the angle, which is 30. So I think we have come to the end of this video. If you have really found something of hopeful in this video, you can support this channel by subscribing, liking and commenting, such that you can always get notified whenever we upload our content. Thanks for watching. We'll meet next time.